Welcome back to the Trainer Tips weekly Pokemon Go news roundup, now with timestamps. So if you want to jump around to a specific day, you can do that. Check it out. This is the week starting Saturday, May 2nd, and coming up this week we have the return of Shadow Entei. Nihilego is coming back to raids, which is a great chance to get a good poison type attacker. The Steeled Resolve event is continuing, and it's the last weekend to get Shadow Latios. We also have next season's Community Day dates announced. They are Saturday, June 20th, Saturday, July 4th, and Saturday, August 15th. The Pokemon aren't announced yet, but based on past trends, we can assume that Frigibax would be expected for June and Sobble would be expected for July. Not confirmed, but you know, there's patterns to these things. Still in progress from last week, we have the Steeled Resolve Taken Over event that's continuing until May 4th at 8 p.m. local time, so don't forget to claim your Go Pass rewards for that before it ends. Currently in raids, we have Tapu Lele in 5-star raids, Mega Banette in Mega raids, and Shadow Latias in Shadow raids. The Growing Beyond event, which is only in Japan and Korea, continues until May 5th at 8 p.m. And in GBL, we have Great League and Fantasy Cup until May 5th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And if you want full details on all of these events, you can check out last week's video. All right, let's get on to this week. Starting with Saturday, May 2nd, we have Shadow Entei Raid Day. For the event, you're gonna get up to 6 free raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms. There's an increased chance of encountering shiny Entei from the raids. Usually this is about 1 in 10, so 10% chance of getting the shiny. And the remote raid limit is gonna be increased to 20 starting Friday, May 1st at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So basically when the event starts in the first time zone, Kiribati, the remote raid limit increases to 20 for the rest of the weekend. As always, there is a $5 ticket, $4.99 US, or the equivalent price in your local currency. I'm gonna say right now, I don't think the ticket is worth it for this event, unless you are just going out and playing all day anyway with your local raid group. But the ticket will give you 14 raid passes. Well, you have to spin 14 raid passes by spinning gym photo discs. Increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles, 50% more XP from raid battles, double Stardust from raid battles, and the bonuses will be effective on May 2nd from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. If you are planning on buying the ticket, you do get an extra raid pass if you buy it on the web store. So, you know, instead of going through the store in-game, if you use the Pokemon Go web store, you usually get a bonus. You can get one extra premium battle pass, a green raid pass. You don't have to use it for the raid day, but if you are gonna buy the ticket, it is usually better to buy it from the web store. Let's talk about why I don't think the ticket is worth it. It's because Shadow Entei is not that great. In PvE, as a raid attacker at level 40, Dialga Dex ranks Shadow Entei as the 15th best fire type attacker. The top 3 are Mega Charizard Y, Mega Blaziken, and Blacephalon, and its best moveset for Shadow Entei is Fire Spin and Overheat. But number 15 is not great. It's not a super important Pokemon for you to have. In GBL, it's ranked number 865 in Great League, 592 in Ultra League, and 158 in Master League, so it's really not even relevant in PvP. Now, with all that said, if you are still planning on participating in Shadow Entei Raid Day, don't let me discourage you. If you want to go out and have fun with your friends, totally a valid reason to do this. If you are going to do Shadow Entei raids, the best counters for Shadow Entei are Primal Groudon with Mudshot and Precipice Blades, Primal Kyogre with Waterfall and Origin Pulse, Shadow Kyogre with Waterfall and Origin Pulse, Mega Swampert with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon, Mega Garchomp with Mudshot and Earth Power, Shadow Groudon with Mudshot and Precipice Blades. If you want to look at non-Mega, non-Shadow counters, the best options are Landorus Therian form with Mudshot and Sandsear Storm, Kyogre with Waterfall and Origin Pulse, Eternatus with Poison Jab and Dynamax Cannon, Groudon with Mudshot and Precipice Blades, Greninja with Water Shuriken and Hydro Cannon, and Quaquaval with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon. As a fire type, it's weak to rock, ground, water, so really just your strongest Pokemon with those types of moves are going to be good options. The Hundo is going to be 1984 CP, or if it's weather boosted, 2480 CP. The recommended minimum battle party is 4 players with level 40 counters, but you might be able to get away with less if you can use your purified gems to subdue the Shadow Entei, and use party power by joining a party, partying up with your friends before you start the battle. You get a bonus, remember. By using party power, your attacks will deal more damage in the raid. So that's Shadow Entei Raid Day. Good event if you're a completionist and you need it for the Pokedex or you're trying to shiny hunt it, but not necessary for a raid counter, in my opinion. Rank number 15. There's better options. Also happening on Saturday, Shadow Latios continues to be in 5-star raids. As mentioned last week, it's ranked 25th as a Dragon type attacker and 7th as a Psychic type. Moving on to Sunday, May 3rd, we have Double Time Sunday. It's going to be every Sunday for the rest of the season. Incense lure modules, glacial lure modules, mossy lure modules, magnetic lure modules, and rainy lure modules will last twice as long. Golden lure modules will not. Someone pointed that out in the comments last week. Golden lure modules will not have their duration doubled on Double Time Sunday. Good to know. May 4th, we have Fast Track Monday. Again, part of the season bonuses. You'll get double Go points from past tasks for both the monthly and event Go passes on Monday. We also have Max Monday. The featured Pokemon is Dynamax Cottony. Max battles will be available all day, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Power spots will refresh more frequently, and there will be more power spots active. Cottony is not meta relevant. It's not an important Dynamax Pokemon to have, but it is an easy tier 1 max battle, so you could just do it by yourself if you're going out for a walk. It can be shiny. The odds are probably 1 in 64 or 1 in 128. Not confirmed, but it feels like it's somewhere around there from research that we've done, you know? People reporting their shinies. Steel is going to resist both grass and fairy type moves, so if you want to use a Metagross or a Crown Shield Zamazenta as a counter, that's a good option. But it's also weak to poison, ice, or fire, so really any Dynamax Pokemon that you have with poison, ice, or fire moves are going to be effective. It should be a pretty easy tier 1 max battle. And as a reminder, max particles are not consumed if you lose the battle, so if you're just battling in person, there's no harm in trying. You just want to try one by yourself. But if you are using remote raid passes, the remote raid pass is consumed whether or not you beat the max battle, so keep that in mind. Tuesday, May 5th is Showcase Tuesday. During Memories in Motion season, Pokestop showcases are active on Tuesdays. There are up to 20 different categories. So if you're trying to win showcases, if you're trying to get that PhD Pikachu, Tuesday is the day to go out and look for Pokestop showcases. Also on Tuesday, the May Go Pass is starting. So Tuesday, May 5th at 10 a.m. until Tuesday, June 2nd at 10 a.m. local time, the Go Pass for May will be available. So you'll automatically receive the Go Pass on May 5th, and it's gonna last until June 2nd when the June Go Pass takes its place. You can claim rewards up until the very end of that, but you should probably try to claim them a little earlier. I'll remind you when we get there. As always, you can upgrade to the Go Pass Deluxe. It's $7.99 US to upgrade to the Deluxe, or $9.99 to upgrade to the Deluxe, plus add 10 ranks to wherever you are to add to your progress. I will say, I think that the upgraded Go Passes are typically, they're for like hardcore players. If you consider yourself a fairly casual player, the upgraded Go Pass is not often worth the money, in my opinion. But let's talk about what you get for the May Go Pass, and then you can decide. For the standard Go Pass, this is the free Go Pass. The big encounter is Suicune. If you need Suicune as a legendary, if you haven't been playing for Pokemon Go for that long, you don't have a Suicune yet, you will get a Suicune at the end of the free Go Pass. You'll get 400 Pokecoins as you work through the Go Pass. There are Stardust rewards, XP rewards, max particles, and even more goodies. They don't specifically say what they are, but Suicune is kind of the big reward. If you upgrade to the Go Pass Deluxe, remember $8 minimum, you'll get 1,000 additional Pokecoins for a total of 1,400 Pokecoins, which sounds like it could be a good deal. You're basically paying $8 for 1,000 Pokecoins, and you're getting all of the upgraded rewards. It's a good deal if you were gonna buy those Pokecoins anyway. If you planned on buying Pokecoins because you want to buy some premium items, lucky eggs, star pieces, whatever it is. If you already planned on buying Pokecoins, it could be worth it to just upgrade the Go Pass and get the Pokecoins that way, because you get additional rewards along with the Pokecoins that you were already going to buy. If you were not planning on buying Pokecoins, this is not a good deal, because now you're spending money that you weren't planning on spending initially. Okay, keep that in mind. If you weren't going to buy Pokecoins already, don't buy the Go Pass just to get the Pokecoins. You weren't going to buy them. If you weren't going to buy them, you don't need them. But you will get 1,000 additional Pokecoins for upgrading. A super incubator is also included, and encounters with even more Pokemon, although they're not saying what Pokemon. So Suicune is on the free Go Pass. Upgrading will get you an extra 1,000 Pokecoins, and super incubator plus even more goodies that we don't know. Now, the good news is you can upgrade at any time. So as you're working through the Go Pass during the week, or during the month, excuse me, you'll see the rewards. As you're working through the free one, you can always see what the rewards are for the equivalent tier on the Deluxe Go Pass. And you can decide if it's worth it. If you see some rewards that you like, you can decide later on to upgrade at any point. Don't just buy it right off the bat without looking. Take a look starting, what is this, Tuesday, when you get the Go Pass. Look through it and see if the deluxe rewards are worth it before you spend the money to upgrade. Also, just as a note, that Suicune can be shiny. Whether or not you upgrade your Go Pass, the Suicune can be shiny, if you're lucky. There are major milestone bonuses as you work through it. At Tier 1, when you reach rank 25 on the Go Pass, you'll be able to open up to 40 gifts per day. You can get up to 125 gifts per day from spinning Pokestops and gyms, and you can hold 10 more gifts in your item bag. If you upgrade the Go Pass at Tier 1, rank 25, you'll be able to open up to 50 gifts per day, receive 150, and hold up to 20 more. Which is why I say the upgrade is kind of for hardcore players, because unless you're sending 150 gifts and opening 50 gifts every single day, upgrading this isn't going to help you. 40 is already a lot of gifts to open per day. 125 is already a lot of gifts to send per day. So unless you're the most hardcore gifter, upgrading the Go Pass doesn't help you there. At Tier 2, rank 50, you're going to get double daily adventure incense duration. That's for the free Go Pass. Once you reach rank 50, your daily incense will double in duration. That does not stack with the any other incense duration bonuses. And at Tier 3, rank 75, you get increased Stardust and XP from hatching eggs. Again, on the free Go Pass, you don't have to upgrade to Deluxe to get that. Again, if you are gonna buy something, if you're gonna buy this upgrade, it's typically a better deal to do it on the Pokemon Go web store. So if you buy the Go Pass Deluxe on the web store, you get an additional 10 Ultra Balls, 5 Max Revives, 1 Premium Battle Pass, and 5 Max Potions as a gift. So the Premium Battle Pass, the Green Raid Pass, is kind of the premium item, the paid item that you get there. But there is also a Go Pass May Ultra Box, which includes 20 Ultra Balls, 10 Max Revives, 10 Max Potions, 2 Premium Battle Passes, 1 Incubator, and 1 Super Incubator. I don't know how much that one's going to cost, but again, the Battle Passes, the Incubators are the only premium items, and paying actual money for Ultra Balls, Max Revives, and Max Potions, items that you can get for free in-game, never feels like a good deal to me. You can get those by doing raids, by spinning Pokestops. You don't need to pay money for them most of the time. GBL also rotates on Wednesday. The Ultra League and Jungle Cup Great League Edition are rotating in, running from May 5th at 1 p.m. to May 12th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. PvPoke does not have rankings for the Jungle Cup yet, but it includes normal, grass, electric, poison, ground, flying, bug, and dark type Pokemon. If you're interested in seeing those rankings, just check out PvPoke. They should be up closer to the start of Jungle Cup. On Wednesday, May 6th, we have our weekly raid battle rotation, and Nihilego will be back in 5-star raids starting at 6 a.m. local time. Nihilego is a very meta-relevant Pokemon, so it's definitely worth raiding. The Hundo is 2256 CP or 2821 if it has a weather boost. It can be shiny. The standard legendary raid shiny rate is 1 in 20, so pretty decent odds at getting a shiny. At level 40, Dialga Dex ranks Nihilego as the 5th best poison type attacker behind Mega Gengar with Sludge Bomb, Eternatus with poison moves, Mega Beedrill, and Shadow Regigigas with hidden power poison. Nihilego is easily the most accessible out of all of those. Mega Gengar and Mega Beedrill, you can only have one Mega evolved at a time. Eternatus, you only get one. Shadow Regigigas, not around very often. So Nihilego, easily the best accessible poison type. If you don't have one yet, it's worth raiding. If you want a full team of poison type attackers, you can catch a few extra. So definitely a good Pokemon. In GBL, it's ranked 683 in Ultra League and 153 in Master League, so not necessarily important there. But if you are doing raids, the best counters for Nihilego as a rock and poison type, it's double weak to ground. So the best counters, Primal and Shadow Groudon with Mudshot and Precipice Blades, Mega Garchomp with Mudshot and Earth Power, Shadow Excadrill with Mudshot and Scorching Sands, Shadow Garchomp with Mudshot and Earth Power, and Landorus Therian form with Mudshot and Sandsear Storm. The best non-Mega, non-Shadow counters, again, Landorus Therian form with Mudshot and Sandsear Storm, Groudon with Mudshot Precipice Blades, Excadrill with Mudshot Scorching Sands, Crown Shield Zamazenta with Metal Claw and Behemoth Bash, Necrozma Duskmane with Psycho Cut and Sunsteel Strike, and Crown Sword Zacian with Metal Claw, Behemoth Blade. Just showing how strong those Pokemon really are, that they even outclass just pure ground types. But again, Nihilego double weak to ground, so if you bring your best ground type attackers, you should be okay. The recommended battle party is 2 to 3 trainers with level 40 counters. Also rotating on Wednesday, Mega Camerupt will be coming into Mega Raids at 6 a.m. local time. The hundo for Mega Camerupt is 1253 CP, and the weather boosted hundo is 1566. The shiny is available, and the Mega Raid shiny rate is typically 1 in 64. So not as good shiny odds as a legendary, but it can be shiny. Mega Camerupt, unfortunately, not meta relevant for PvE. It is ranked 50th fire type and 49th best ground type. So just not even close. In GBL, Camerupt is ranked 449 in the Great League, 215 in Ultra League, and not relevant in Master League. Now, if you are planning on raiding Mega Camerupt, it is fire and ground type, meaning it's double weak to water. The best counters are all gonna be water types. Just bring your best water types into the raid. But if you need to know the list, Primal and Shadow Kyogre with Waterfall and Origin Pulse are the best counters. Mega Swampert with Water Gun Hydro Cannon. Then there's Mega Blastoise with Water Gun Hydro Cannon, Shadow Greninja with Water Shuriken Hydro Cannon, and Shadow Samurott with Waterfall Hydro Cannon. Best non-Mega, non-Shadow counters are going to be Kyogre with Waterfall Origin Pulse, Primarina with Waterfall Hydro Cannon, Quaquaval with Water Gun Hydro Cannon, Greninja with Water Shuriken Hydro Cannon, Kingler with Bubble and Crab Hammer, Golisopod with Waterfall and Razor Shell, and Gyarados, a classic, with Waterfall and Hydro Pump. Recommended minimum battle party is 1 to 2 trainers with level 40 counters. Because it's so weak to water, you can get this done with 1 or 2 people. Of course, on Wednesday, we also have a raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. Nihilego will be the featured raid hour Pokemon. So a good time to group up and get your Nihilego raids done on Wednesday if you're trying to get a few of them to use as poison type attackers. Moving on to Thursday, May 7th, it's Go Battle Thursday, where you get up to 4 times Stardust from win rewards. The maximum number of sets you can play per day is increasing from 5 to 10 for a total of 50 battles. Again, every Thursday during the Memories in Motion season. Friday, May 8th is Friendship Friday during Memories in Motion. You'll get up to 2 special trades, an increased chance of any trade becoming lucky, up to 10% off the Stardust cost for trades, and 2 guaranteed Candy XL from trades. So again, a great day to meet up with a friend and just spam 100 trades. You get an extra special trade, increased lucky odds, and extra Candy XL. Just as a quick look further ahead, Saturday, May 9th is Lechonk Community Day. I figured I'd share it since we already know. If you want to plan ahead for next weekend's Community Day, Lechonk Community Day from 2 to 5 p.m. And then also, I am just curious, is this a good day for me to post these? You know, this is only the second week that I'm doing this weekly news roundup, and I want to make sure that it's as helpful as possible. So let me know, is it better to post on Friday so that you can have it right before the weekend, or would it be better to post on Monday so that you can plan further ahead for the weekend? Leave a comment, let me know. But that wraps it up for the upcoming week in Pokemon Go. Again, I am planning on doing these weekly. It's 2 weeks in a row. I haven't quit yet, but I want to keep improving them. So let me know, again, down in the comments what you find the most helpful, if there's any information that's missing that you would like. You know, we added timestamps based on feedback from last week. So things are getting better, and I want to just keep improving this. But thank you for watching. If you missed last week's stuff and you want to review the events that are continuing, you can check that out here. And if you want to watch a fun Pokemon Go adventure, that one's over here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for another roundup. Maybe sooner, honestly. Bye.